Just getting my comments set up. As we wait for people to join. Okay, there's probably 4. There. Oh my. My wings there. Well, I cannot see comments. I have people moderating that. And hopefully you can hear me okay. I will do a microphone when we change to class mode. In the meantime, my name is Sandy McManus, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator for 15 years now. I celebrated my 15th anniversary in August, and it's awesome. How many people can say they've been with the same company for 15 years? Not too many of us these days, especially when it comes to the direct market type companies. So I'm pretty excited about that. I live in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, for those that are joining remotely. And I have 2 grown kids, one who is still at home going to college, the other one is off doing the career thing, so it's pretty exciting. And we have 3 cats. For those that ask if we have pets, we have 3 cats, all very senioritis cats, and princesses in their own rights. And what else can I share? Oh, joining me in studio today, I have my friend Jenny, who was a downline, is not currently a downline. As I give her a side eye. And my husband. And my husband Rory, who is a tech genius, he will be adding links to the various products and stuff as questions are asked and so on. So I will have some help. I just can't see comments myself. I can't see how many have joined. It's just the nature of the technology. So I'm not ignoring all of you. It's just the nature of doing a Facebook Live. Also, get my face really close here. Just while I wait for a few more people to join. Right now with Stampin' Up, we have 3 catalogs actually. It's a very special time of year called Celebration. We have, and it's probably going to be too close, I'm guessing, but that's okay. The annual catalog, which is our big fat catalog, otherwise known as the big fat catalog. We have our mini catalog, which goes January to June of this year. The big catalog goes to May 3rd. This one goes through June 30th. And then, right now, for just a short time, we have our celebration brochure. You know what's so cool about this? For $50, just $50, you can earn, well, actually you don't earn, you get, and you get to choose which $50 item that you want. And the value of them, let me explain again. Wow, I derailed on that. Celebration. For every $50 you spend, you get to select a free item out of this catalog. So we have $50 items, and then we also have a few items for $100 in ordering. So you get to choose, and when you go and place an order, I'm hoping my husband will provide a link for shopping. Like here's a $100 one. For a $100 order, you get the stamp set and the beautiful Fairy Blessings paper. Very what? Yeah. Very pretty. Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh. And with our papers currently, most of them have like a pretty design on one side, and then the back side is more of a, almost a neutrally pattern. Neutrally? Is that even a word? Tone and tone, you know, very simple pattern. Neutrally. Also, while we're waiting for people, my flyers. Okay, I didn't think of positions there yet. So I will show this again too. But if you ever want to contact me, and again, we will have links for all that stuff too, and how to find me if you are new and don't know how to find me and are finding me for the first time. I have my website, which is needsaribbon.com. I have my email, which is needsaribbon@gmail.com. And you can find me on various social medias at Needs a Ribbon. So here at Needs a Ribbon. Just Google Needs a Ribbon and hopefully I will come up. Also, for celebration right now, I hope this is on screen. I'm not sure. It is? Okay. For $99, this is the best deal in the catalog, guys. This is truly the best deal in the catalog. Even though I have a really tiny flyer, $99. You get to choose $125 of product when you join. And through February 28th, you get all this paper. And I can't remember how many sheets it is, but it's 5 of our paper stacks, the 6x6 paper stacks. And they each have like 44 sheets in there. I can't remember how many sheets of paper it is, but it is insane. I can't get it. I could quit and rejoin. That would be the only way I could get it, but only you joining can get it. And that is what is so cool about it. I'm actually a little bit jealous of this special. So there is an awesome thing, $99. Think about it. You do not earn celebration credits, so I will say that because that's not an order, that's a joining thing. But if you place a $100 order, you can get celebration items. Does that make sense? Sure. We'll go with yes. And also, we will show this again, and you just go to needsaribbon.com and you can find this. I have my class schedule. I have another class the next 3 Saturdays. They're via Zoom though, so you would have to email me that you want to register or register on my website, and you will get emailed the Zoom link. That is the only way you will be able to join and get that Zoom information. I will be doing occasional classes on Facebook here, and some will be Zoom. So it's on the schedule. It lists, where and when those are happening. And also, door prizes. I can get the door prizes. There are 3 door prizes. So be sure and comment. So a beautiful little self-adhesive pearls, a beautiful rhinestones, self-adhesive also, or are playing with patterns. Beautiful, adorable, self-adhesive little embellishments. They're like dots, and I can't remember what color they are. Just Jade, Bumblebee, and I've forgotten. The 3 colors. Petal pink, maybe? I actually forgot. But anyway, neither here nor there. So be sure and comment to get registered to win a prize. And today we are going to be going over, I think it's time to go to top down camera. So pardon me while I shuffle this. Are we upside down now? I know, there's like a 7-second lag. I hope we're not upside down now. Sorry if I shake around. Punch. Okay, let me rotate this a little bit. Yep, probably. Rotate your phone, it's yelling at me. I did rotate my phone. So hopefully we are not upside down now. It doesn't look as upside down. Yep, but we need to go a little bit, a little bit higher. Okay, sorry about that, peeps. It happens. So, while I am closer to my camera, so you can all hear me better, because this is a more important time to hear me, let me get my microphone on. So, Sorry about this. This is just one of the... You kind of have to play and bump and so hopefully you can hear me better now. And I don't like how that low is so low. Okay, let me try one more time to... Why is it sinking? That pretty good? Wow, I can actually kind of see comments. I know. Okay, I think we're gonna have to roll with that. Because I don't want to delay anymore. I'm really excited to share this kit with you guys. And hopefully you can hear me better because I'm mic'd up now. Okay, so this is the kit that we are... Thank you. Text says I'm better. We'll have to go with that. This is the kit that we are making today, the Hello Dear Friend all-inclusive kit from Stampin' Up. And it is item 154573 in the January to June mini catalog that I showed you. And it is on, I think it's on page 8, but that doesn't matter. You can just go ahead and order it and it doesn't matter. You don't even need a catalog because it is item 154573 and it's $32. And here's what I love about our all-inclusive kits. This kit makes 12 cards and envelopes. But the beauty of our all-inclusive kits is that they really are all-inclusive. And maybe I should open the kit now. Should I open the kit? I should open the kit. So it comes in this box. Let's start with that all-inclusive part. I really wish I could get my screen a little higher. That's okay. We'll make it work. And the box, you can use it to either store your project, or you can use it to gift to someone else. And so here, our all-inclusive kits always come with an ink spot. In this case, it's Misty Moonlight, which is a tiny ink pad. It comes with adhesive, that's some of it. It comes with ribbon. It comes with a stamp set. And now I need, so that's how it comes packed. And then it comes with Jenny, could you hand me a scissor? Thank you, dear. Yeah, just a minute. So it comes with, you know, all wrapped up. Again, this is a brand new kit. And it comes with a block. And that's what we mean by all inclusive. It comes with these colorful directions. Sorry, Jenny. I just am flinging garbage. I'm a quote from, oh God, I can't think of those guys. The British guys come to mind. So it comes with the block. It comes with all the parts you need for your kit. It comes with envelopes. It comes with everything pre-printed. It comes with the card bases pre-scored. It just is, and here's your other adhesive. So it comes with these little glue dot guys, and then it comes with, and see how lovely they have everything packaged. Rory, I'll take that help now before I start assembling. Comes with the little foamy things. We're going to pause and try and get this raised up. So you want to reach back here and unscrew that and raise the whole thing. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Whoops. That might be good. Yeah, it looks like we got a lot more on camera. Yeah, that's better. Okay, they say it's better. So the cool thing, okay, so now I already made a mess. With our little ink spots, here's the cool thing. They are tiny, but they are a real ink pad. And you can buy one of our ink refills and keep filling this forever. These are great for being portable. They also work really well in our Stamparatus, but that's something that I'll address not in this class, how to use the Stamparatus. Also, in the kit, these are the colors in this beautiful kit, our Hello Dear Friend. We have Crushed Curry, Highland Heather, Melon Mambo, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Shaded Spruce, and White. So in other words, it contains a yellow, a purple, a pink, a blue, 2 greens, and a white. Kind of a whole rainbow of sorts. So, and let's see where we're at. So, I mean, that's what we mean by all-inclusive. The only thing you need to provide are scissors. There are some other supplies that can make assembling the kit a little easier. I need... See, I've already made a giant mess, people. Oh, my Lord. I buried my pencil. Oh, I didn't bury it. I handed it off. So I do recommend that you have a pencil for assembling this kit. And how many people give a wave or a like if you are assembling this live with me, so we can know to either slow down and let you catch up, or if you just want to follow along. And that's something else. This video will be posted here and it eventually will be uploaded to YouTube. Am I dropping again?
I think we just need to go a little bit more like that. There we go.
Okay. Thank you. He's adjusting my angle. The Take Your Pick tool is something else that can help with the process. And our Take Your Pick tool, this is a newer tool from Stampin' Up. It has this is like a sticky to pick up little doodads. Works great, and they do have refills for that. And we have this end, which has like a spatula, which is really wonderful for these. And then we have a poker tool on the other side. Like that, and they just lock into place. And I'm going to be using the spatula side today to pick up my glue dots. And a bone folder. Oh my gosh. Bone folder. Really nice for making those firm creases. A foam mat can help with, and I have a couple different samples of foam mats. Here is one that we have. Again, look at the giant mess I've made. This one goes with our Stamparatus, and it has the empirical measurements on it. And the reason I recommend, it is not necessary, but it does help, is with the photopolymer stamps, it has a little give, because normally with our red rubber stamps, they have the foam built in. And with photopolymer, you want something with a little bit of give to get a firm image. Again, it's not necessary, you can do it without, but it does help. Grid paper, which I have buried, can help with measurements. And we have lots to choose from. And also our simple chamois to clean up in between. And this is a brand new one. I didn't want to show you guys my really icky one. Ooh, this one isn't. Yeah, it's wet. So I store my chamois in a little, our stamp cases, which you can order for, I believe it's $6. So that can help for cleaning up your stamps in between. And please email me. Wow, my brain just went offline, sorry. Email me if you want the instructions. I do have instructions. That's not it. That doesn't matter. I have instructions, so you'll have to email me if you want those. I'm not just going to fill your inbox and just send them out. So you'll have to let me know if you want them. So, oh, the cards. Oh my gosh, I'm just rattling on now. Now I've made a really mess. Look at this. Oh, don't go away. So these are the cards in the kit. Again, it's 12 cards, three each of 4 different styles. So here's one style. Check that out. Here's 2, and these 2 are both A4 cards, which means they're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then we have 3 of these little note card dealies. How cute are they? And 3 of these. And if you want to mail these, just stick them in a standard A4 envelope. Because don't forget, in the US, the rule is 3 1/2 by 5 inches is the minimum to mail. So if you just stick those in a little envelope, you can mail them. I don't know what to do with these. Okay, so let's get started. So, and don't forget to comment to get registered for prizes either. So, to get started, the first thing you want to do is, well, you need your kit. That would be helpful. And instructions. I'll just use these. That's fine. So you want to first decide which are your 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards. I went in order of appearance in the instructions. You certainly can do in whatever order, but make sure you're consistent. So in other words, if this is your 1, make sure it's your 1 in here. And our instructions are, I do need to address this, our instructions are short, mostly because, as you can see, we are a global company, so they come in all languages, and there's just no way to condense that and not have 15 pages of instructions. And that's part of why I'm doing this video, is to kind of enhance. I'm not trying to replace these instructions, I just want to enhance the experience, because it can be kind of hard to understand when they just have these little charty things. So this is my number 1, the remember card. My number 2 is hello. My number 3 is smile, and my number 4 is thank you. So you want to go ahead and do that. And one of you, can you tell me if anyone is following along? Did anyone comment that they're...
No one has commented.
Okay.
Whether they're following along. Although Roberta indicated that she had no glue dots in her kit. So I would assume that she is following along.
We'll address that later, Roberta. They might be hidden, like mine were, but we'll address that. That is a fixable problem. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and label our elements. And I'm going to just pull the envelopes out of my kit because we don't need them. We don't need those at all right now. And that just eliminates having to dig through all of this. So we put those aside. And we don't need to label these because they are for just 1 card only. So I'm going to just go ahead and set those aside for now. The first thing I label is my labels. Label the labels. Get it? Haha. We only need, okay, so Stampin' Up! Is very generous. They give you 24 labels, 12 per sheet. You're only going to need 1 sheet unless you make a mistake. So go ahead and just set the other one aside. And so on my instructions, if you request them, I will leave this out for you to kind of take a view of, because this is what I'm going by, is I actually address which ones, because again, going through the instructions, it was a little difficult. And I'm only going to make 1 of each card. I'm not going to make the full kit. That would take forever, and we all have better things to do today. So here is number 1. Number 2 is the 1 1/2 by 2 3/4 tag. 1 1/2 by 2 3/4. Oh, crunch. Okay, super. 1 1/2. So card 2 is the 1 1/2. Is the big fat one. 2. Card 3 is the 1 1/8 by is this big long one, and card 4 is the tiny one. So there is your labels for your tags. Standard rectangle, big fat rectangle, long skinny rectangle, tiny rectangle. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to set that aside because we need a stamp on those. The next thing I recommend that you order, label, words, label, is these. And you get 3 sheets. So you will get plenty of extra little flowers to play with and do other things with. And that is, again, one of the reasons that I love these all-inclusive kits. You get the stamp set that you can use later, the ink spot. You can use the block if you don't have a clear block. All these great things about it. So, so for this one, we need the blue flower. So we're going to put a 1 by that. We need the large yellow flower for number 2. If you're, oh, I pulled this aside. Large yellow flower for number 2. And some greens, which I set aside. You'll need the pink, purple, and small yellow flower for card 3. So 3, 3, and 3. And card 4, we need the pink flower with greens. So as you can see, for one round of cards, we're not even using the whole sheet. Why don't I just pause in case? So card 3 uses 3 flowers. That's kind of easy to remember. Oh, yay, Berta, you found the dots. Woo! Yeah, they get, you know, as the package gets shipped around and stuff, they kind of slide around. I've had that too, and I have a moment of panic, and then you just keep digging and shaking, and whoo! So then, Jenny, thank you for letting me know.
Yep.
Okay, so the last thing we're going to need for the cards is we need to label our vellum. And you are going to use all the vellum in the kit. I'm going to put aside the stuff I know I don't need today, just to eliminate making an even bigger mess, because I'm already doing good on that. I know this is card 1, the big diamond piece. Card 2 does not use any vellum. Card 3 uses this big rectangle, and card 4 uses this geometric shape.
Marquise.
Oh, Jenny corrected me. It's a marquee. Or, actually, that's more than hexagon, isn't it? Yeah, that's 8-sided. Octagon, but not really. I don't know. I took geometry years ago. I don't remember a thing. That's why I make cards for a living. You know, when that part of your brain fails, you move on to something else. Okay, so we've got everything labeled. And the instructions say to pre-cut your cord. Don't do that. Please do not do that. I do not recommend that. Because you want to stretch that cord out as far as you can. And we will cut it and you do it as we move along. I don't think I'm done with the pencil. Okay, so the next step. We want to make our piles of the cards. So I don't need that. So I only need 1 of all of these for me today. So this is card 1. Oh, don't need all this vellum. This is card 3. Yep, put that aside. Put all this aside. And this is card 2. And this is card 4. So we have our piles, because that just helps. So the next thing, I think we need to do some stamping. Don't you? Let's do some stamping. So I'm going to bring in my foam mat, because again, it does help with pressure. When I made the original kit, I did not use a foam mat to kind of test, and it worked fine. But just if you want to make sure, and I usually use the scissors to kind of cut these, probably off camera now, cut these little bad boys open. This one's being stubborn. I might have to go to the other one. I can't get it open. Okay, I'm going to pass that off for a minute to let Jenny do that while I dig out my clear block. Oh yeah, and yes, we'll put those aside. There's a lot of putting aside. I've lost my clear block. Awesome. I buried it. It is here somewhere. Thank you, Jenny. I'll need the scissors. Jenny got the block open. And I'm going to go ahead and just rip that off. So we've got our little block. What did I do with it? I think it's under here. Yep. There it is. And there was my lost instructions too. So our first card uses, so this is the stamp set. It has a day to remember, you make me smile, hello dear friend, and just a little note, and a green leafy thing, and a little flower thing, which Jenny probably knows what that flower is. It might be a rose. I'm horticulturally illiterate, but I'm sure one of you will correct me.
Maybe a peony bud.
It's a flower. Yes. To me. So our first card uses the remember stamp. So we want to go ahead and get that all lined up nice on our block so we're nice and straight. And that is also, you can use your grid paper. If you didn't know this trick, line up your block, line up your stamp, line up your stamp. I can't see directly over my stamp because of filming, so it's close. It's close enough. So because this is a new stamp, this is a little tip for you. With the way the photopolymer stamps are processed, they come with a coating that makes them kind of sticky. And so here is how you prep your stamp. It's real technical. Rub it on the back of your hand, your wrist. It picks up the oils in your skin. You probably don't want it on your palm in case your hand is dirty, and it removes that stick. Works great. So we want to go ahead and ink up. And you know how perfect I planned to be? I did not bring a rag. So I better not make any mistakes. Get that inked up. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and test that because I'm not sure. Yep. See? Now you remember me. I didn't prep it enough. So it wasn't picking up the ink. So that's kind of cool that that happened, and you got to see how I fixed it. I could tell it wasn't picking up the ink very good. That looks better. Thank you, Jenny. So we're going to go ahead and stamp our number 1. And press and hold for about 3 seconds to get that ink to cement into that paper. And I'm going to go ahead and clean that up because now we need to move on to stamp 2, which is our hello card. And if you're following along, let me know if I'm going too fast. I doubt I am. But, you know, just in case. For those that are watching later, I'm sorry. You can pause the video. That's the cool thing. So I need to go ahead and prep that. Ooh, that one's really sticky. Did you know this tip, Jenny? No. Yeah. All these years, I learned this recently, and it's like my new favorite tip. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So hello goes on the big fat rectangle. Press and hold for a few seconds to get that ink in there. I suppose I should be proper and clean up after each one. Normally I toss them aside until I'm done. I can be a messy stamper. Jenny's probably nodding off on the side. Yes. I can be a messy stamper. So 3 is that big long rectangle. And go ahead and do a little line up. Make sure our stamp is right side up because hopefully that's good. Oh, that one's sticky too. You can kind of almost hear the sticky being unsticky. Excuse me. I love these little spots. Sometimes they can be a lot easier to work with. Not always. But for little tiny stamps like this, these little spots actually are pretty darn easy. Go ahead and line that up on our long rectangle tag. Wow, I should have, when I have my moments of silence, I should have queued up some music. Okay, number 4 is our thank you. And that leaves one. Actually, we will not, I should tell you, we will not be using the Just a Note stamp set, or stamp, nor will, oh, that's upside down. Surprised someone didn't comment. We will not be using the Just a Note in the thing, or the little flower things, but I do have some samples to show what you can do with those at the end. Okay, hopefully that's primed. Is that prepped or primed? Probably primed would be a better word for it. Am I going too fast for anyone that's following along? Hopefully not. And again, don't forget to comment so you can win those beautiful jewels. And I'm all done getting inky. And I can put my foam mat aside. And yes, I will be proper and clean up my... And these will get stained. Here, I'll actually show you my favorite one. It's clean. The ink doesn't transfer. It's a little dry. It just needs getting wet. But you can clean them up, but that ink it just stays on there. But they do such a fantastic job of cleaning, and they're what, $8 for a chamois, something like that. They're, and I have yet to have any wear out. I just keep cleaning them, but I just thought you wouldn't want to look at my I just thought you wouldn't want to look at my gross one. So I'm all done with this stuff. We'll put this aside, and we will go now and make our piles. So card 1. I am way off camera, aren't I? I bet I am. Here. Card 2. Is that right? Is that right? No. Card 2 is hello. It says right on my label. Ha ha. Card 2. Card 4. Card 3. So there's one of our piles. Let's go ahead and card 4, card 3, card 1, because card 2 doesn't use vellum. And I know card 2 uses these little green guys, so you'll only need 6 total. So they give you double the amount of leaves to complete the kit as described. So that's cool. So card 3, card 3, card 4. Yep, I am on camera. Making sure. 1, 3. And obviously this will times 3 if you're making the whole kit at once. But now you can see why it's just easier to and keep your labels on the sheet when you stamp them. It's easier than trying to chase the tiny little labels all over. So don't press those out until you've stamped them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assemble card 1. We're just going to make a pile and work our way through this. And I will need my cord. So now we need to assemble. And here's our adhesive. And I'm going to get my pick tool. Take your pick tool ready. Just get it all ready. And then we'll just go boom, boom, boom. Right? So this is part of why I recommend a bone folder. The cardstock that our kits are printed on is a slightly heavier weight and just a different style of paper than our standard white plain cardstock that you can order is. So I recommend burnishing. You can use other things to burnish. I actually used to use a Pampered Chef tool. But the bone folder really doesn't. It's nice because then you get that point that you can do other things with. I don't need it. So there's card 1. See, it's all done. Voila. So the first thing you want to do is attach your vellum. And that is an upside down diamond or a teardrop. I don't know. It's a shape. And this is why I like the take your pick tool. Let me take a sip of water. I'm talking too much. Sorry about the sound. Okay. So you can take your little spatula and just dig right under those little guys. And let's bring in our instructions. So as you can see, you can hide your glue dots because vellum is thin. And you want to place it where you might have some elements. I mean, if it shows, it shows. It's homemade. But in case you want to hide your vellum or your glue dots on your vellum, you know. And I think 5 glue dots is enough to hold down this. And they get Stampin' Up! Is very generous with their glue dots. You will have, unless you are a heavy gluer. I mean, if you want to use 10 glue dots on this, go ahead. That kind of hides it. I will just use 4. You get the idea. So now, goes like that. And you can either use your take your pick. Wow, that one slid. Did you see that? That was wild. Take your pick tool or your fingernail to just pop that back off. Apparently I took the whole glue dot. Wow.
No, you didn't.
No, it was I had an extra glue dot on the back. And I always keep a garbage handy too. And the next item is our flower. I'm going to go ahead and put a dimensional on the back. And I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals. And again, you can use as much or little as adhesive as you'd like. I find 2, let's go 3 on this. So we've got those ready. And now let's go ahead and tie our bow. So it's going to be kind of the same process for all the cards. Put your vellum down, maybe put your adhesive on the back of your greeting and your flowers, tie your bow, and then put them all together. And this is why I recommend you I'm one that likes to tie for my spool. I know some people like to cut it and then trim it down, but I'm not needs a ribbon for nothing. I will use every inch of ribbon that I can. And I'm not joking about that. So this stuff comes off the spool very quickly. I found that sometimes I have to just kind of play with it and make it not so. And don't forget to comment if you haven't to get registered. Because Tech Genius will be doing the door prize at the end. Okay, so I got my bow made. And again, they do unfurl. The stuff just comes really curly off. And here's a tip that I've learned, and they don't talk about that. And this is going, if you look back at the original, I'll bring it up. You can see it's kind of hidden underneath the label. So here's what I do. I took a 3rd dimensional when it was time to put this on and just kind of use that to kind of attach it. It isn't a perfect thing. You're not trying to do, I mean, if you want to put your bow so the whole thing shows, by all means go for it. This is your kit. Put it together your way. I'm just showing you how to put it together the Stampin' Up! Instructional way. So that goes, look how curly that is. That's pretty wild. So there's that. And oh, I should be doing that. Another tip with our dimensionals, this is part of why I keep this thumbnail long, and I am not joking when I say this. If you take and poke the back of the dimensional, that releases that waxy paper, and that's why I keep my thumb long there. If the bows are difficult, you could just tie a knot, you could just loop a little bit and put it on. There's, you know, other options. There's card 1. Woo! So I will bring in the supplies for card 2. Or do I need to pause? Is everybody following along? Or are they? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I pretend like I'm crafting with myself. I'm done, I put it aside. I'm sorry. And so I'm just going to go and do a little bit of on card 2. I'm going to go ahead and burnish my score line. Because again, this is a recorded, or the video will be recorded, and you'll be able to go back and watch and pause as you need. Also. And again, card 2, my card 2, may not be your card 2, doesn't have any vellum. So this one goes together pretty darn fast. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back, and this one, as you can see, there's the little green pieces. And so this is my tip. Hold up your card. They kind of come off the side. So I would just go ahead and put a dimensional in that corner and in the other corner. So your back of your tag will look something like this. Then we're going to go ahead and pop those dimensional backs off. And I'm going to flip my label back over, and I'm going to attach my little green pieces, ferns, whatever they are, some green thing. Again, not horticulturally literate. I'm horticulturally illiterate.
Those are definitely leaves, Sammy.
I know they're leaves. Jenny's like, those are definitely leaves. I know they're leaves. I do know that. I just don't know what kind they are. Goodness. Y'all. So I just wanted that in a little bit more. And we're going to go ahead and place that on the middle of the front of our card. And we want to put one of our flowers, big fat yellow flower, not the tiny little yellow flower. I think I want another dimensional. I only put one on. And that's going to go on there. Card 2 is pretty darn easy. So that's it. You want to put dimensionals. And again, you can use glue dots to attach them. I like to use dimensionals because you get a little bit of dimension as the name implies. And it adds, it keeps your card from looking so flat. But either work and either are fully acceptable. So there's our card 2. Our card 3 uses our vellum again and is back to being an A4 card. Okay. So those are card 1 and card 2. And what do you think of the kit so far? I think this is a gorgeous kit. It's so makes me think spring, especially for those of us in Minnesota where we've got the giant cold snap from heck coming next week and probably record-setting colds. I don't know. I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow, and I'm hunkering in for the next week until the groundhog says it's cooler or warmer out. Not looking forward to this. In fact, the other day, one of our semi-colder days, my husband had given me electric car blanket, I think is the proper name. The kind that plug in the cigarette lighter, and we took that for a drive around and I tested that out, and that felt pretty darn amazing. So if I have to go out next week, I will have some protection because I hate wearing a coat. Okay, so those are our card 1 and 2. Our card 3, grab your little pile. And we're going to burnish that score line. No, I want that a little bit more. See, I like that, if you don't burnish it, they don't lay as, sliding around, lay as flat. It just, look at how nice and flat that is. So that is the front of our card 3. It's going to be a landscape orientation. But I suppose for those that don't like landscape, you certainly could, here's the card. I should pull out the instructions to show you. You could easily rotate the greeting and the flowers, and make that a portrait portrait card. Rotate that all. It's up to you. It's your card. I'm just going to show you the way that Stampin' Up! Did it. And so first off, our vellum. The kit, I'm trying to match the kit. So the kit has the vellum, so the little Xy corner goes in the upper right. For those that are particular, And we want to go ahead and, let's bring the instructions back in. We want to go ahead and hide most of our glue on the lower half of the card. Again, if your glue dots show, that's fine. That's a personal choice. It is a homemade card. Some people are a little more particular about that kind of item. And I'm not going to name names. I would never do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our glue dots on there. And again, 5 or 6 should be more than sufficient. These may be tiny, but they are mighty. And I don't think I've ever, once they're down, I don't think I've ever had any pop loose. Jenny's shaking her head too. She hasn't either. No, they're tiny. I don't know how they make them because they are very different from our normal orderable glue dots, but they are very mighty. And I think that's good. So we can go ahead and, I don't know if I want to use this or my fingers. Either. Get our little backs off. Now I'm just flinging stuff. And when you're ready, I generally like to work with my card open. And so you want to just center that to the front of your card. Oop, that shifted. Just like that. So our next step is we want to bring in our dimensionals and put some dimensionals on the backs. Here's the card. Put some dimensionals on the backs of those flowers and the back of our greeting label. So flip them over. And again, 2 or 3, personal choice. We will probably be adding additional little adhesive for, oops, the cording. So that is the next step. Wow, roly-poly. So on this one, it actually, the instructions don't say, but you can kind of see. I got that too close? Yeah, I've got that too close. There is a bow behind this side and a bow over here. We're just going to make the one because the other one doesn't even really show. And I made it on my samples. You don't even see it. So, thought it was kind of a waste of ribbon. Sandy digs a ribbon. So we're just going to go ahead and tie a bow. I do, for this kind of thing, I generally do the kind of rabbit ear method for those that are curious. As you can see, I make my little rabbit ears and do it that way, but it's up to you. Again, they don't have to be perfect because they will be hidden a little bit. So I'm going to set that aside. And according to the instruction, it goes behind the greeting. So I'm going to do my little cheat method and take a dimensional, and they headed off to the side, and I think I'm going to hide it behind here. Flip this over, just kind of, because not much of it shows, and just kind of wedge it between the 2 dimensionals like that. So let's go ahead and stick that down. And according to the instructions, that comes just, I'd call that actually the halfway point to make it easy. Kind of the halfway. And now we want to put on our flowers. And it looks like the purple one goes on first. And kind of has that little wingy piece. Looks to be the upright version. I have no idea. Again, the horticulture thing escaped my gene pool. That one. And again, it's yours. Make it how you want. So there is card 3. And I will pause and let you kind of catch up. So again, breaking it down, there's really 4 essential steps in the kit. Stamp, make your piles, label, label, stamp, make your piles, and then assemble. That's kind of how I've broken it down. And hopefully that makes sense to you too, is just sometimes just breaking it down and thinking about it differently makes it easier. And again, with being an international company, our instructions are sometimes lacking in, again, just to show you well, you all catch up. I can't read Japanese. And they put the type on there so darn tiny too. It's like, oh my gosh. What font is that? Like 2? It's a 2. Don't know. Oh my gosh. But we're almost there. We've done 3 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in for card 4, which is, we are now back to a portrait oriented. That's something I didn't notice before. So to our landscape and to our portrait. And again, you certainly can change that if you, I know people that actually do like all their cards must be portrait orientation. That's their thing, their aesthetic. That's fine. So we need to burnish. As you can see, if I don't burnish enough, it doesn't like to lay super flat. By the way, just if you don't have a bone folder, this is also what I've used. I've used the edge of my scissor, or as Jenny's pointing out, if this were on the scissor, it would be easier. I've used the cap on the scissors too. So, don't feel you have to have a bone folder, but they come in handy for a lot of other things too. So this one goes, we're back to this orientation. And so this one has vellum, this one has cording, and this one has a greeting and a flower. So let's go ahead and bring in the instructions so you can see they have that geometric piece of some unknown shape. Marquee.
It looks like a Marquise diamond.
Marquee.
Almost.
No, that's not quite an emerald cut, is it? No. So they have it so this little thing goes in the upper left corner. For those that have to assemble your kit the way the instructions say. And I'm going to go ahead and flip that over and put my little glue dots on there. And again, I hope you all are, this one, there's a lot of places to hide it on this, hide the glue dots on this. But we're on card 4 already. Wow. That is so cool. And again, don't forget to email me if you want the actual Sandy version of the instructions, which give a lot more tips and supply items that do make the process easier, like the Take Your Pick tool. It has the item numbers. Whew, on there. But yep, let's go ahead and pop the backing off. Either way, part of why I like to use my fingernails is then I can put the little backing pieces right in the garbage. Otherwise, you just have to do that and scoop them up later. So I want to go ahead and center that on the front of our card. See, they go everywhere. Just like that. We actually might be done with glue dots. Or at least I am, because I'm going to put this all on with dimensionals. Woohoo! We're getting there. And I'm going to go ahead and put my dimensionals on the back of my flower and my greeting. I think 3 is a good number. Flip my greeting over. And I'm going to grab one spare already. Well, that was dumb. I have no place to put it. I'm going to go ahead and tie my bow because the instructions show a bow right underneath the label. Is that visible? And that one uses a big fat bow.
If they wanted to do a loop, what would that look like?
Like tasseling?
Yeah.
Okay, here's another. Yeah, why don't we do it that just so I can show you. So you could, if you don't want to tie, you could tassel it and just do, a couple loops. And I would pop the back off. Actually, you're best to put the dimensionals down first if you want to do that. Yeah, stuff is really curly as you get farther down the... And then you can go ahead, I usually go ahead and just tuck my ends back on the tape, dimensional. Actually, that looks kind of pretty. Thank you, Jenny, for the suggestion.
You're welcome.
I really actually kind of like that. So I will hold this on my finger because I didn't plan this through. Nope, it's fine. It's fine. And we'll go ahead and put our flower on. I try really hard when I'm crafting to get all my dimensional backs right in the garbage, but boy, that is hard. We still find them upstairs in our house, as neat as I try and be. We used to find them on our dog's nose all the time when we had a dog. Actually, I really kind of like the tasseling better. Thank you for the suggestion, Jenny.
Roberta is very thankful as well.
Ah, okay. Good to know. But yeah, see, they had this bow kind of hidden. I would just, you could do that, or you could even just do 1 or 2 loops, It's your project. There are different ways. Or you could tie a proper bow and put it on the front instead of hide it. But again, the cord doesn't lay quite as flat as some of our other products, so I just kind of like that look. So that is our 4th card, which means what? Well, y'all kind of catch up. I'm going to neaten up a little bit because I made a giant mess. So 1, 2, put these in the correct order of how I did them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, y'all are finishing up. And be sure to reach out if you have, oh, that one still is not, look at that. And that one's not laying as flat as I'd like it. It's just being a stubborn. It hasn't had enough coffee. Actually, if it had enough coffee, it'd probably just be laying like that. Yeah, be sure and reach out. Email me or put in the comments if you have any questions about the kit assembly. I will be checking comments in the future too, after I post the video, the final video. So don't think that once this video ends that you are without help. Be sure and comment on the video. Again, it will be going up to YouTube eventually. I need a few days to process that. And while you all are finishing up, I'm going to show you some other projects that I made using the stamp set. Let's bring that stamp set back in so I can make a bigger mess again. So I took and had a little fun with this. Obviously it uses products beyond the kit to make these, but I just want to show the versatility of the stamp set. So I made this tiny little 3x3 card using the little flower thing and the green thing and a couple additional products. Here's the next one. These are really simple cards, by the way. These are not my over-the-top stuff. I just wanted to show you the versatility of the stamp set. So this uses the Just a Little Note that was not used in putting the kit together the correct way. And that is something else. You do not have to follow the kit when you stamp the labels. You certainly can move those move the greetings around depending on what your needs are. So maybe you put the kit together and don't put the greetings on until you know what you need. I know a lot of people that do that. They leave their cards without a greeting and then put them on as they need them. I don't. I tend to finish and put them away. But, again, I know a lot of people that do that. So this is this one, the Just a Little Note, and again, using the little flower and leaf thing. And I use the embossing folder from, it's in the annual catalog. So I have a cut and Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Here's another one. I like this card. It's just so fun. Again, I used multiple different inks. And the hello dear friend, and then the flower and the leaf. And this one was a really simple card. It is just a half a sheet of cardstock, but I used 5 different ink pads. Actually 4 full ink pads, and then the little Misty Moonlight that comes in the kit. Sometimes simple is just as effective. And the final card that I made, and again, these are super simple, is using our little note cards. Our note cards are $7, and it comes with 20 3.5 by 5 pre-cut, pre-scored card bases and an envelope. And again, this is the minimum size that you can mail in the US. So that's the you know, but it's for 20 cards and envelopes for $20. It's fine. Don't worry about the product number.
Okay.
We can post it later. Okay. They're inquiring about the not Big Shot anymore. Freudian slip there. The Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. That's something to address in an entirely different video. So yeah, these are just, again, just adding a few supplies, making some really simple alternate projects. So I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, flip the camera up so I can say goodbye. We'll see if we'll see if I'm on camera or not. I don't know, because I have to unplug my microphone. It's being really wonky. Am I on? Oh, you guys have a delay. I'm probably like, my nose is in. I'm upside down. Awesome! Recently. Hopefully I'm right side up now. Always. Hopefully I'm better. Am I right side up? Probably because I was moving.
Yeah, and there's like a spinning wheel thing.
Oh, Facebook, I love you. Okay. Is that better, Rory? Is it delayed? I'm holding it.
Yeah, you've got the front.
How did that happen? Oh my God. Facebook! Okay, we'll do it this way. How about that? Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed the kit. Wow. Oh, Lord. Like that? My tech crew says I'm like... Oh, God. This is why I like pre-recorded videos, because I have way more control over some of this stuff. But, okay, just to kind of recap, the kit makes 12 cards and envelopes. 3 each of 4 styles. It's awesome. Give me an Amber Alert while we're filming. That's awesome also. It blocked my whole screen. So, just a reminder that Celebration, I can get that right, it's probably backwards, I have no idea, but I bet it is. Celebration goes on until February 28th. By the way, if you need a catalog, also email me or comment below and I will find you. Just in case say comment, need a catalog. And we have the mini catalog, which covers more seasonal stuff through June. So kind of Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc., Easter, St. Patrick's Day, that kind of thing. We have the big fat catalog. That's technically what they call it, isn't it? Big fat catalog. My schedule, again, contact me. Either comment below or email me at needsofribbon@gmail.com if you want my schedule. You can also find it at needsofribbon.com. And again, finding me on social media. Wow, this is a really wonky camera angle. Sorry about that, people. My arm's getting tired too. You can find me on all social media. It needs a ribbon. And I talked about my arm's getting really tired. Might be time to say goodbye. Soon is our best special in the catalog, the $99 Join Us. You get $125 worth of goodies and all that paper, which I'm, again, jealous of. And I believe we have a link for how to get the kit. If you don't have it, I'm sorry about it. I'm wonking all over the place. I think it's time for a door prize. Or 3. Are we ready for that, Master? I can't find the door. Everything was going fine and now it just kind of blew apart. That's okay. So, Rory, do you want to shout out who gets the rhinestones? Wow, Berta, I will find you. I know how to find you. You get rhinestones. Prize number 2. Jeanette, I will find you. If you've commented, I will private message you to get your info. Awesome. Prize 3. Kim, I think I know how to find you. She's a neighbor of mine. Congrats, ladies. These are awesome prizes. Which reminds me, I need to order some for myself. Anything else, if you have questions, please comment down below or email me, however you prefer to be contacted. I'm sorry the end of the video went completely haywire on me. And again, this will be posted here. This is just like the craziest video at the end. The video will be posted here permanently and also on YouTube eventually after I have some time to process. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this kit. I certainly have enjoyed making like 1.5 of them now. I think I've made, I don't know. It's a beautiful kit. And we will see you all later. And now that I'm sideways, I don't know how to end it. Bye! My buttons are in the wrong place.